Hello, welcome to LORT. My name is I Lost My Socks. I figured I'd do a bit of a guide here, kind of how I navigate through the game. I've seen a lot of people struggle to get past the second boss, get past the first boss, and struggle to progress through the game as the enemies become more and more difficult. I do have some experience playing Risk of Rain, and this game does show a lot of similarity between this game and that game. Um, and that's really what's informed me and kind of what's been able to help me progress through this game. Both of them share a lot of similarities, and you'll be good at one, you're good at the other. I do have most of the unlocks. I have beaten the game on all of the characters, as you can see here. I'm currently working on getting Benny Blazington up to 10,000 enemies, and that's post beating the last boss, is when the Lord Grinder Burn and Lord Grinder Glitz and Lord Master um, or sorry, Luke, Lord Grinder, Cliff. Those three unlock once you beat the boss. Other than that, I've got all the unlocks except for Epic Win, so I've got a lot of the things completed there. I'm gonna hop into a new run and get this going. So I think I'm gonna select my favorite, Cliff Bowman. The well, he's kind of like an archer twink redhead, funny guy. My favorite. I gotta throw a log, and I'll talk about them in just a second. You'll get a basic tutorial with what everything goes on in this kind of hub area in the game, so I won't be too in depth in that. I do have all the upgrades. You can see I have 4 flasks. I have all the armor, all the speed buffs. So if you're new, you're not going to be as durable as I am on the first game. What allows me to be so durable and play so aggressive on this first map and get a lot of loot on the first map is partially due to those upgrades, and I do acknowledge that. You can also see that I have in the top left corner up here, the Shroom of Second Chance. I have already purchased it, so that's just kind of going to be a factor in our run that you may not have as well. It likely won't even get used, just because at the rate we're going to scale, the enemies aren't going to be able to keep up. Starting with strategy is going to begin at this board. So you can see the weapon that I have is of gray quality. It scales, if you look to the right of where it says Starboard Swiftbow, it scales with the green stat. And then it shows us a detail about the left and right click. Higher tier weapons are going to sometimes have items included on them. These weapons could be very valuable. They could have a gold item attached to them. So say you're on the last level, you've got legendary, you've got yellow weapons, but they've got no cool items, and you've got maybe a blue quality item with, or sorry, blue quality weapon, but it's got a gold quality item with you, or it's got 100% cooldown reduction. You may want to keep that blue weapon. You'll develop kind of ideas and strategies for what weapons you want to keep in time as you get more experience. But suffice to say, for now, let's just focus on uh, gear quality, and I'll get more in depth in that maybe as the run progresses. But again, first thing we want to look at is our quests. If it's your first run, you're only going to have this Goblin Appetizer quest where it says take down 3 Goblin camps and defeat 3 trials. Once you do that, you can unlock the boss, and we want to reach that before night 3. And we steal the ingredient and we leave. Track and Whack is the quest you're going to want to take when you do not have obsidian keys. Whenever you do not have obsidian keys, you're not going to have a consistent method to pick up higher tier, higher quality loot of weapons. So these lieutenants will each provide 1 maximum quality of that map weapon. So for the second level, I guess for the first level, it's going to be a green quality. Second level lieutenants are going to drop a blue quality item, then purple, and then legendary, and then you're going to reach the final boss. That's where the game is at currently. Because it's the first level, though, green quality weapons aren't really going to make that big of a difference in my run, and they're going to make me go out of my way and risk fighting a really strong enemy that can take out half my HP really quick. I'm not really going to deal with that. I'm going to go for just this, just so I can hard farm, get the stats, get the items that I want, so that I can get on the way as soon as possible. We're going to get in the van, get this going. I ramble enough. So my strategy when going into this is to farm as efficiently as possible. you are equipped with a variety of area of effect abilities on each character, and each weapon that you're given. Astrid, I think that's her name, is given that sword that allows you to spin. Bernie has just everything in the book to get done what he wants. And my man is very good. Cliff is very good at shooting through lines of enemies, just like that. And that log is going to make all those enemies take increased damage if I can hit them. Nice. So, this is what I was talking about. If I drop that on the floor there, see that spare big time bow? We're going to see its skills with strength because the red is highlighted. And at the bottom, we see it picks up Nas barrier. And once I pick this up, you can look at the top left of the screen. You can see that barrier is available up there, and that gives me a 5% chance to block. And that's no matter if I'm equipping the bow or not. So just because I have it in my inventory, it is now applied to my character. Ooh, I really want that over there. So we're going to use these sunflowers to make our way over there very quickly. And I do start with 180 gold, which is going to be significantly more than people that are just starting out the game. So I do apologize for that advantage. Let's see if I can't shoot those barrels, maybe get them blown up here while I'm making my way there. Hope that lands. There we go. And I'm going to jump as I hit the floor in order to make sure I preserve my momentum. Because when it's kind of like a bunny hop. Oops, just going to do that. Because when you bunny hop, you preserve your momentum. Ooh, that did a good amount of damage to me. We lucked out here. This gold crate is going to give us a lot of money. Look at that. So much money. Gonna go for agility. This is my favorite item across any character, the crossbow. And I'll show you why in just a second. I think the mobility it gives is just kind of crazy. These chests right here, you use those obsidian keys that I was talking about earlier. We're gonna flip in midair to preserve our momentum. Hit that. We're gonna hit this trial as well and just try and be as efficient as possible. Gonna boost myself over here. Take this champion trial. I'm also gonna see if I can't hit these guys. There we go. And then big line shot. Yep, there we go. That's satisfying. Ooh, that was not good. Yeah, those wasps are kind of bad news bears. This is my first game of the day, so apologies if I'm not on point. It's not gonna matter though. And I can go over and pick up everything that I want. And, you know, I am a dexterity-based, I am the green stat block based character. So why am I picking up, you know, the strength and the intelligence? Well, it's because your attack power and your health increases with every single stat that you get, not just your primary one. So it's absolutely worth it to pursue other stat points, and especially strength, because strength has the incredible benefit of allowing us to get increased critical damage. Whenever, whoops, that's the strength bow. It allows us to get critical damage from all sources. So whenever we crit, we're just going to do more and more and more damage. And I'm going to keep using this crossbow to keep propelling myself forward. And I have the free, you can see that, whoop, it just vanished. But the free chests have the sword in them. So if you've unlocked the free chests, look out for chests with the sword in them. Look out for skull piles with swords in them. And you'll get, oh, just speak of the devil right there. This is going to be a free, kind of like with the lieutenants. The highest tier weapon on the map available is going to be green. So I'm going to get a free green weapon. It's going to be a really good crossbow. It's going to give me crit chance. Or, sorry, crit damage. There we go. I'm going to try and get some unlocks going here because day 2 comes around. Every chest is going to be more expensive. That's really good. We just got 2 great items. It's going to be a lot more damage here. And I'm going to be able to clear a lot more quickly. Okay, look for a room with meat in there. There's going to be big haunches of ham. You see those? It's got a key in it every single time. Gotta kill the small one. Oh, please. Yeah. Game would be a lot easier if I was able to hit my shots, huh? I'm also just pulling out a weapon for a second, using the secondary ability just to make sure that I'm getting as much damage output as possible, making sure I'm clearing efficiently and cleanly. That is a key right there. We are absolutely going to take that. Beautiful. Got 300 gold. I'm going to see if I can't grab any unlocks really quick. Any chests around? There are not. That's not good. It's becoming daytime. I'll just get these 2. Okay, some more armor. So I picked up the Cursed Void Gauntlets and the Stacked Skull. The goggles reduce my armor, and that item that I just picked up, that kind of gray breastplate thing, is going to give me some armor. If I can get an item that spreads out my damage a little bit more, that'd be nice. Ooh. I think I'm going to take that instead of the bow. Even though I lose a bit of stats, just lose 5% block chance, not a big deal. And ideally, by the time I end this first map, I want around 10 points in my primary stat. That is my goal. And I want to continue that every single match. So by map 2, I'm going to try and get at least 20 in my dexterity, or I guess they call it agility in this. Oh, please. Apparently I can't hit things that aren't standing still. But yeah, map 2, I want at least 20. Map 3, that's a slightly better bow. I'll pick that up. Move speed is amazing. That is attack speed right there. That's huge. That's also really good. I just can't pass that up. 85 gold, incredible. That's going to be so much attack speed. And also 85 gold for the boots. This is an incredible shop. That is really, really good. I need to go back there. I need to make some money and go right back there because that shop is incredible. We are going to start snowballing very hard right now. So I'm not going to buy any chests. I'm just going to look for challenges and ways to get money. So not a sword user, right? But I can still use the sword. Dang, there's a triple over there. There's so much good stuff. Again, just using these dandelions, moving across the map as fast as we can, going camp to camp to camp, camp. Wait, here we go. Egg, that's really good. Now we have healing from that vital touch. Get rid of those dang bees. Miss every shot. Good lord. Like gripping my stuff weird. I gotta remember not to buy stuff. Do not buy stuff. And I'm saving this key for next match. Because I want to be able to get blue weapons. That's when I really feel like it's worth it. Green weapons just... You know, what's the point? If I get a blue weapon at the beginning of next match, I've essentially upgraded 2 tiers. That's much more impactful than getting a green weapon on the first day, I feel like. Okay, you guys gotta go. You guys gotta go. Perfect. And look, another thing I can do with this, I can hop over walls with that Satchel Charge ability. Really, really useful. Okay. Any meat? Nope. Man, I need trials. Okay, I'm gonna re-hit this. Bounce. Hit that one. Dodge in midair. Grab this. I'm also gonna go over here. And they're gonna follow me all the way from that trial. The trial enemies will leash all the way across the entire map. And look at that, I just murdered them all with the Satchel Charge as well. It's another reason why why that is so good from the crossbow, just because, my goodness. Okay, I gotta go grab the money now. Boink. There we go. Now let me see here. Is there anything really good here too? Nope? Okay. Beautiful. See how much faster we're clearing already? With just a couple items. Granted, this has been really, really good to start. Let's see anything over here that I need. Nope. I'm going right back. Bouncing, jumping. I think that was a free one. It was. I'm going to go grab that now. Not bad. Not incredible. Not exactly what I'm looking for. For some reason, I stopped sprinting there. That's bad. Okay. It's going to be the last day. Now, I do... Oh, man, this actually might be a run where I'm not going to get all the stats that I want, but I am going to get some really good items, which may help offset. Look at this. All of them are going to be in a line now. And I'm just going to murder everything. I'm not going to really bother too much with the night enemies, because why would I? What benefit are they giving? They're giving me, marginal amounts of money. I'm just going to run right past them. And I don't think I completed this one, so that's unfortunate. Going to remember to bunny hop here. Flag those enemies, see if I can't get them over here. Completely miss. Log, and then right click. There we go. Got these guys. Beautiful. There it is. Look at this. I was talking about the ham room. Massive piece of ham, obsidian key. Every time. Great price for the sword in this instance. Even more crit damage. It's kind of awkward. I have not had a run where I've had more in my secondary stat than in my primary for a good while, but that is more than okay. They're gonna come over here anyway. I'm just gonna complete these guys. Because I think more than anything, the move speed and the attack speed, I want that. More than anything. Gonna miss that again. Now the jump height does kind of make that spin move much less effective, doesn't it? Anything in there? Nope. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for this last elite trial right here. Go for that green and then try and find that shop again. I'm not too worried about taking damage, especially because it's the last one, because I have this right here. Healing Shrine. I'm gonna go check out that shop really quick, and while I'm doing it, so I can take a look at the sword. That's a wand. Oh my goodness, we are just spoon-fed with shops today. Kills give 5 max HP. Not really incredible, is it? I'm gonna save my rest for the other shops. I think those are gonna get much more expensive, and I'm much more interested in those items that they give. But the attack speed is very welcome. Oh, hey, bud. I think it was in this direction. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm lost. More money? Am I tripping? I'm probably just turned around. I think this was one of them. Not at all. Now I have been in this direction though. So the real question is this the shop? Yes, it is. I think move speed. Move speed is the way. And I think I'm gonna buy this popsicle over here because it is just good to just get one of these. A little bit of AoE, 20% damage, or do I want? I get one of these. I think one of every item is very strong. You can already see how much more damage we're doing it now than at the beginning. And another reason, you see these guys throwing nets, another reason why the crossbow is just so incredibly good is you can satchel charge at your feet to get out of the danger zone really from when you get roped. And if it does happen, I'll show you. But essentially, if you ever get roped by someone, netted, you can just satchel charge at your feet and get out of dodge. And it is the best way to save your skin. Log. Line shot. Just gonna take out everything here. Free obsidian key. Agility. Agility, agility, agility. And like I said, I am going for as many of these stat points as possible. 1 minute warning. I think we got time. And I think this boss is going to die extraordinarily quickly. What do we got here? Crit. My god. One uncommon? Yeah. Anything I can buy? Not really. Okay. Fine. No big deal. And I'm just going to start it. There we go. Tanked it. A little bit sketchy there, but we're fine. And if push comes to shove, we can run around the corner right here. Heal up for the boss fight. Kill all these little rats, and then be about our merry way. I can already tell you this man is going to get shredded. He just kind of strafe left and right, and he can't really do much. Questions, comments, concerns? Ooh. That does have crits. That does have the vapor weight. I'll show you why I like this on this character as well. Because it does this horizontal slash. Well, I've already got two things that do a really good horizontal damage. Well, you add a third in, and everything in a line is pretty much just going to get destroyed here. So like this. Whoop. Whoop. Easy peasy. Okay. I'm going to pick this up. We do have a very small amount of time to dink around and buy stuff. I could spend 135 on this, get another green. I think I'll do that. Some of the white items in this game are just kind of useless. Anything I can buy here for 95? My question is, can I make 95? Maybe. I do want another 10% attack speed. Now, you're going to notice things start to get really sketchy as I'm in this kind of extract phase after about a minute. Because I'm going to start getting hit by these ghosts, and you'll notice debuffs begin to appear. And when they start appearing, I'm going to get slower with every single debuff. And it's going to get to the point where I can't move. So I am on a time limit here. I just got hit by one. Just got hit by two. Oh, wait, no, that was something else. But you can see there on my right above my health bar, that debuff of the little hooded ghosty dude. And I can't get rid of that. That lasts until I get to this crow. But it does progressively more damage, I believe. And it can also occur in the boss zone. If you barely make it to the boss, you can have like 4 debuffs on you, and you'll be extremely slow fighting the boss. So you got to be very careful about how greedy you get. But speaking of greed, look at the bottom here. We got 40 power-ups collected, which is the third bottom row, and then we got 24 attributes collected. So I collected 24 stats. I collected 40 items, which is great. I've got 4 keys. Remember what I said at the start of the video? We select track and whack for the lumber lieutenants when we don't have keys. I've got 4 of them. I'm going to go goblin appetizer again, and I am just going to keep snowballing here. We've got speed, we've got attack speed, we've got heals, we've got damage. Do we have any AoE? We've just got AoE in our items, but we don't have any, in our weapons. We don't have any AoE in our items. So if we get like a hot potato, or there's a shocky item that spreads stuff, or if we get I think it's like the Einstein's rod or something, which is a legendary item, that does really good AoE. So we are on track here. Let's see, where do I want to go first? This map I used to really hate because I got very lost and I didn't understand how to navigate and how to look for the boss and stuff. And I found out I found out very quickly, those lampposts give you a lot of move speed. And you can really abuse the move speed on this map. Look at this. I can just sit in here and now I'm moving at Mach 5. And it's going to be very hard for anyone to hit me. And so I'm going to be keeping an eye out for those gray chests. Because those are going to get me much better items. Any gray chests in here? Nope. But there's one right here. Not. It's better, right? But it doesn't give me this 10% crit damage, 10% crit chance. So I thought I traded for one of those. I should have had two. I'm not gonna get rid of it because I want that crit damage and crit chance. Because one thing this gentleman does very well is scale with crit. Just like everyone does, especially Benny. Benny Blazing Fan is kind of disgusting. If you can survive his little immobility stint early game, but that's, that's everyone. But really just the first map is bad for Benny, and then literally every map after feels like a breeze. Some more money here. That's actually very good for getting us rolling. And I can only hope that we are so blessed with shops again. And I'm just going to go to this trial 1, trial 2, and then I think I'm going to go trial 3, and then all together I'm going to do that, the 3 trials and the camp. So we're going to do this, log, wave, shoot, and then I can even just mix in everything. You're just using all your abilities right there. Big clumps, ability. And it's just that easy. Everything dies all together. Another great chest. Hitting that, getting the intelligence. This gives me 3. Yeah, I'm trading that out for the crit. It's gonna be a lot more sprint speed, so I'm gonna take that spot just for the items that it's giving. I'm not even, well, I might use the right click on it, but I'm not even gonna use the staff all that often. It's just gonna be a staff. It's gonna be a staff that's a stat block essentially. Yeah, let's see how that even does damage. That actually does decent good damage. The main thing is going to be upgrading my bow, though, because that is what I am mainly going to be using to deal damage. Hand of the Stacked. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a blue weapon, which is a bit of a bummer, but at least not a blue weapon in the sense that it is my primary weapon, this bow. So I might just pick up whatever quality of bow the gods deign to give to me. I'm going to get this big chest right here. Another icicle. Okay. And this game does not work like Risk of Rain, where the items will duplicate when they stack. And what I mean by that, if something it gives you attack speed and crit, it's going to give you both attack speed and crit when you get another item of it. Doesn't work like that in this game. It's kind of inconsistent. Some items will just give you, there's an item that gives you 500% extra damage under a certain condition, and when you get another one, it just adds on 100%. And it doesn't add any more chance for the effect to happen, it just kind of does that. So, if I hover over this Icicle of the Yum Yum, I have 12% chance to bounce a Frozen Orb 2 times. Oh, and this one does do both, but when I look at... Interesting. It's actually been like that on most of these items. There's some that don't do that though, and now I feel like I'm lying to you guys from that. But that ask and you shall receive a better one. Another golden glasses. Yeah, I want that. Double golden glasses. Sign me up. And we... Okay, I might use that secondary of that bow more often. We're doing pretty good here. I am going to try and leash multiple camps here. Because I like to try and be efficient. I hit this too. I can see from that little thing. Hit these guys. Make them all mad at me. Hey, buddy. Please hit the big man. Dodge away from that. Grab my crits. Look at that. Everything died. And I got an item. Blue item from that. Again, like I said, I am ignoring the obnoxious little nighttime enemies. Although that staff did kind of come in clutch. Oh, it's on cooldown. It's kind of funny that the staff is working so dang good. Man, maybe I'll have to change my assessment of the staff. Interesting. This is in for 227. How much is my bow hitting for? 205? Excuse me. That's not right. That can't be right. Okay, yeah. That was a bit confusing there. I might have to reassess. What in the world is going on there? One, two, and I think I'm just gonna go on the road and get a third right here. Get this speed boost going. Grab this. Ooh, actually, I can even grab. I'm gonna grab just a ton here, and you'll see even just on map 2 how ridiculously strong we are, and we can really abuse that lamp too. Watch speed boost. Put everything down. Do the orb. Satchel charge, kill everything. I could keep abusing that light post if I needed to, but I think it's going to be faster if I just kill everything. Quit playing games with my food. Obsidian key, I will take that. That's because we're going to see how many obsidian keys we can get. A little bit more healing. Okay. Never going to say no to that. Is that a key? It's a greenhorn bow. Ew. Yep, that's crazy damage. Beautiful, even more move speed so we can continue to move through the map like a speed demon. I have a lot of money now. I want to look for a shop or for some good chests. But man, do I also just want to keep killing things. I keep finding these free chests, which I'm not going to complain about. I'd really like a horn. The move speed horn to be specific, because when I'm in between, excuse you too, when I'm in between these lampposts, oh my god, another free chest. I am just getting spoon-fed with free chests this time. When I'm in between those lampposts, I don't really have a good way to frickin' speed myself up. That's the boss. Not too worried about that. Wow, another great goggle. Okay. That was a bit of an interesting decision for me. I'm not sure why I went all the way down here and then went all the way back. Kind of regret that, but boomstick is good. Oh, here we go. I think this one's good. This is going to be physical damage when I do life damage, or when I do physical damage when I do magic damage, and magic damage when I do physical. I guess I'll grab that. The reason why I use that key is because I'm probably just going to go for the lieutenants next round. And the next map is a good one to do lieutenants on anyway, because it's a massive open map with a lot of ways that you can move around, and I'll likely have a lot more move speed. And there's also a bit of a trick to getting a ton of purple weapons on the next map, because purple is going to be the highest tier on that map. We're going to leash a couple of camps here. It looks like there's 4 that I can get that are all clustered. Why am I not? There we go. Oh, maybe it's going to be 5 or 6 actually. 2, excuse me, gentlemen. 3, 4. Excuse me. Just look at the healing. My god. Alright, and I'll let everything come to me now. Spin to win. Yeah. Yeah, just not even matter. We are scaling incredibly well right now. Anything good at this shop? No, that is a garbage shop. Those little circular items only give you damage boost to like certain types of enemies. It's like, what's the point? Like, I want to increase my damage to everything at all times, all at once. No thank you for just goblins or just at night. That's kind of like mid. No, I want to be dealing crit damage and attack speed and ability cooldown and the likes of that. Those items are going to be very good. The cooldown reduction, like underwear, is just disgusting for a green item. It gives you 50% cooldown reduction. It's like, dude, you get that on Benny Blazington, and you've essentially won because you can just spam Q and spam E and spam this. Whee! That. So, it's like, what are you gonna do? Murder everything or somehow die? It's like, no, you're gonna murder everything. Okay, where's this guy at up here? There we go. Is that another shop or is that the shop I just went to? I've got to see. That is another shop. Oh my god, more attack speed. That's good. Swift stride shoes for that? I don't mind if I do, yeah. Alright, I do gotta kind of protect myself here. Nice, more attack speed. Beautiful. And is there a chest in here I can purchase? No, I am gonna buy this one though before it gets too expensive. Nice, more crit, more block, more heals, and a scissors. One of the scissors is good. The scissors is one of the ones that doesn't scale as well. See, it only scale. It says 10% chance to apply bleed, and it deals this certain amount of damage. Well, it doesn't increase the damage when you get more. It just increases the chance of you. Oh, give me a second. I'm getting a lot of punks dealing with me. Let's see. Please. Why can't I hover over it? Ah, whatever. It was there earlier. You can pause the video and see. Okay. Nice, more agility. We're at 16. We're on the final day. And you know what? I still feel like we're doing fine, even though we're not at 20. Just because of the quality of the items that we've gotten, that we've just really been able to get incredibly good items. The attack speed, the crit, and lifesteal, everything that we really need to succeed, we've gotten. I think I'm just gonna spin on everyone. Hot potato, that's what I was talking about. There we go. Beautiful. Now, where is somewhere I want to go? That's where I just was. I'm gonna go this way. Did not preserve my momentum because I messed up. I don't like these skulls. They're annoying. I do not like them. More block chance. I'm not going to say no to that. Chance just to not take any damage in general? Yeah. That's my block chance now. Parry chance is 75%. I have a 75% chance to just not take damage. I mean, yeah, I guess. It's 10% extra damage of each. Just like, man, that doesn't feel very good. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bam, I'm gonna grab these guys. Screw it, I'll get this too. I ain't even gonna try it. I'm just 1 to 2 shotting everything at this point. Critical eyeglass. I'm actually very glad for that white item from that as a ward. Ooh, what do you give? Oh, 3 of them. 2 to 3. I like the sword better. Sword allows me to do a lot of continuous damage. That's what I was talking about. Cool, comfy shorts. 50% cooldown reduction. It's like that kind of rounds out everything. It's hard to ever say no to that. And now I'm even scared to trade away green items just because I don't think that should be a green item. This is one of the ones I was talking about. 10% damage to goblins? Like, bruh. What if I'm not fighting a goblin, though? What if I'm fighting a slime? Then it's useless. It's just taking up inventory space that could have been given somewhere else. Let's see, it's still pretty good daylight out. Is there anything? There is one more stat block I can get right up here. Ooh, 2x. 1. They look very similar to the health portals. Where you at? Do I be greedy? It hasn't given me the 1-minute warning yet, so I'm gonna be greedy. Blue tower. There's money I never got. There's several pieces of money I never got. That's a bit awkward. I might as well just buy what I can. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy. And I look up at the radial compass to see where I need to go. And same thing with lieutenants. If we have lieutenants to kill, which we are going to have lieutenants to kill on the next match, if you look up at the radial menu, top of my screen to the right of the items, you're going to see, you're going to see where the bosses are. Oh no, I've been rooted. If only I had a way to get out of that route by satchel charging myself, which I do. Alright, I'm just going to get this started so I don't get the debuff and I can be fast at the end of things. So I have to charge myself out of that net. I think I just crit him for 3k. Root those little rats. Kill these totems. The totems keep him invincible. I should have dodged that. That's alright. Yeah, he's dead. Even better bow. There's this. Sword that doesn't give any good items. And we can take a look here. This gives one big city muscle. That doesn't give jack crap. Kind of C tier at best item. Gonna go get my money before I leave. I'm gonna keep my eye out for goodies on the way. I just need to get to 180 gold, which I've done. I can get this last item here. Wow. So my crit damage up to 390% with a 53% chance to crit, so I am hitting very hard. Alright, second map, done. Very easy. I've been narrating this whole time, and I've been, wow, muted. I do Trek and Whack here. It's the first time that, wow, that sucks. Was I really muted the whole time? Anyway, I'm gonna go check and see if I was muted or not. I'm just gonna keep talking though. Because I don't have any keys on this map, I am just gonna do the trolls, troll lieutenants, and that's gonna be a really good way for me to get purple weapons. I'm just gonna kill everything all together, loot later. Easy clap. I'm not gonna bother with that tier 1 chest, I don't think. Or that tier 1 challenge. It's because it's not gonna give me all that much. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got the thing I wanted to talk about right off the bat right here. It is that mammoth head. And that, okay, you guys gotta go. You guys are gonna be a problem in the future. Okay. That mammoth head is going to have 3, I guess, purple item areas around it. That are each going to drop a purple item. Sometimes a blue, but it's like 80% of the time it's a purple item. There we go. Agility. Wisp. And then where is my money? Where's my money, Lebowski? That's gonna die just by being in proximity to me. Might as well kill everything else. Because those daggers do scale with my attack power. Ooh, more crit. The Onga Ouncer is kind of extremely useless. It's like D tier. When am I ever going to use 5 Vita Sprays or whatever this thing's called? What is this called? Juice? Healing Flasks. That's generic. Oh my gosh, that was a snipe and a half. Don't you dare turn me into a snowman. Easy peasy. Dodge those big slams, and those are actually preparing us for the boss here, because the boss has a big slam too. Spin to win. I think that's about it. Now we can grab these swords on the ground. 1, 2, and nothing. Okay, just 2 of them. Hammer, any good items? A little bit faster. And what do you got? Idol of Sick moves. That does give me ability damage, but I feel like it's not too crazy for me. Another sword just for... Yep, purple belt. Give me that. Even though it's not got an item, it's my primary source of damage. I'm gonna grab it. More attack speed. I am definitely not complaining about that. A shop as well that I can partake in. I'm gonna go back to these lieutenants and try and get some good stuff. I'm a bit sad about the pure creatinine, but I like my double jumps. Movement is so beautiful in this. Oh, hi. And the boss is already dead. Like, what more do you want from me? This is such an upgrade. I think I'm just gonna do it. Oh, nope. Ah, darn. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Boots. Yes. All right, we're gonna be zooming. We are gonna be zooming as long as we're not attacking. Because remember, it only works for sprint speed, so you can't sprint while attacking. Colby. Can't see a thing. Doesn't matter. Just hold left click. All right. Now we are really going. We go up here, get this. Maybe get that lieutenant while I'm at it. He's over here. Right there, maybe. Hopefully. I can't believe it's only the first night. Which means I gotta really make sure I take advantage of how cheap everything is. Oh, come on. More healing. And crit. There we go. Fiend's Mask on the crossbow. That's even more attack speed. Alright, boyos. Where are you at? There you are. You were hiding in plain sight. Another one? And another one. He's gonna start throwing axes my way. I gotta be careful of that. You can hear that from the whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay. What do you got? Edge of the Lord. No, thank you. More scissors. Again, that item does not scale very well. Bongos, dynamites. Nothing I want from this shop. And just the attack speed that I have is bordering on silly, but we can get even sillier. We are going to get even sillier. Now, do you have to take it this slow and do it every day? No. I'm just showing you, if you're struggling, that this is how you consistently just win the game. Is just farming and farming and farming until the enemies just can't keep up. And you have become so strong that you can do anything you want. And there's not a dang thing they can do to stop it. I really love a horn, though. Just to speed me up. Nothing. Nothing good. Another spring, though. Yes, please. More stats as well. It's going to give me more cooldown reduction, but importantly, it's going to increase my attack power and my health. Let me go over here, get my... Well, nothing, because I can't hit a dang thing. And sometimes it just kind of gets to the point where it's... I don't even know if I should use my root. Because, you know, it stops me from shooting, and the root doesn't do that much damage. So... You know, if I'm not afraid enough to root... No, what am I... What am I wasting time rooting for? Okay, that's going to give us some money. Primary attacks have a 3% chance to spawn gold. Well, it's a good thing that I shoot so darn fast. Yeah, and I'm just getting money like crazy now. And a higher crit is also going to increase the crit coin cache's chance to spawn gold. This is what I was talking about. Chain of Lightning. Chain of Lightning is going to give us some AoE damage here on our auto attacks. I'm going to go east, get this stat point. And they just kind of collapse, even the big boys. This is another little secret challenge here. Challenge the brother of you. Get some money right here. What a tough challenge. Spend my money immediately on Idol of you, great. Not my favorite item. 'Cause it makes you get hit. Now, it does work when I block. So even if I block something, the enemy's still going to take damage. They don't have to deal damage to my health bar for it to go into effect, but it's still like, why would I intentionally get hit? Crit chance is at almost 70%, which means I have to try even less. 5% attack speed per skill point now. That's very good. There's my creatine. Should I get another one? Yeah, I think we'll get another one. Just give me a second. Gotta get some money first. Which I don't think will be hard, given everything we got going for us. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. And it's just like 20 gold every time I crit. It's more like 9 to 14, apparently. Now, does that count when I hit? Huh. I'm gonna check if that counts when I hit boxes. Nice. Another creatine. It's gotten to the point where the 9 enemies can't even keep up. Yeah, so when people say this game is difficult, I feel like it's more... I'm just unsure of how to scale properly. Need a bit of encouragement. You can and should farm as much as you can if you want to make the game as easy as possible and just really go buck wild on trying to farm as absolutely much as you can. I'm going to look at this totem pole. It's pointing over here. And I pulled it on the corner by P. Diddy over there. Good lord. Am I not hitting that guy? There we go. I am evidently not. We have a couple of trials here I'd like to get going. Hit that before daybreak. Hit it before daybreak as well. Let's go. Gonna shoot these guys. Hopefully just kill everything around me by proxy. Easy peasy. More attack speed. Actually, that's not even true. Where is it? I got it fairly early on, didn't I? Not actually at all. And look, this one only scales. This one doesn't give me 10% more attack speed and 10% chance. It just gives me an extra 5% chance. So I'm not even getting more attack speed when I do get an extra one of those items. I'm just getting an extra chance for that item to grant me that effect, which I don't know, man. Kind of disincentivizes me to get it, because if I'm shooting so fast, I'm gonna have that perk of that item up anyway, and it's gonna become redundant as soon as I get my attack speed to a certain point, because that 5% chance, I'm shooting 20 shots a second. Like, come on. Kobe! Oh, I missed. Ow. Now I have already hit my goal for reaching 10. Whatchamacallem? 10 agility per level. This is the 3rd level. I've hit 33 agility. And I think I'm just going to start it. I feel plenty strong. I'm not worried about the next level. Here, we're just going to get moving. Colby! I don't get nauseous. Hey, you're already at half HP, man. Are you feeling nauseous? His hitbox is weird. I'm hitting the shoulder. I ain't doing much. Dodge. And look, if he does something crazy, I can just satchel charge out. Not a big deal. Ooh, more cursed void goggles. Does that give crit chance? I'm gonna be at how much crit chance? Ooh, bad items. Just like, man, I don't always feel like getting white items is the best. However, you can get gold items from the small chests. You can. It's not. Dang it. Not a high chance, obviously. Guess I'll complete. Getting some stuff from right here. I could farm crits for money. Actually, can I? Okay, so it's working out those guys. What about these gentlemen? Nope, it is not. Okay, well, time to leave. Easy peasy. 26 attributes collected, 45 power-ups. And no keys, so we're going to track and whack again, just to get those lumber lieutenants, so that we can get gold weapons and a chance at some really good stuff. If my swift bow is gold quality and has no item, I am going to take it just because I'm holding left click with that thing 80% of the time. And I feel like that outweighs the value of an item on my secondary. Now, the big problem with this map is snipers. The snipers on this map, you cannot use movement to get out of dodge. You are going to have to, and these are not snipers that I'm killing, these are just bowmen. You cannot use movement to get out of their attacks. You have to dodge at the correct time. And there is a very, very nearly imperceptible audio cue. Nah, that's a strength bow. I do have 26 points in strength, but I have an attack speed build, and I also have 30% bonus to the light bow. It's not going to deal more damage, trust me. May do a big number, but it's going to be really slow. And we're definitely going to encounter some snipers, so you'll be able to listen in and tell when they're shooting. And I'll try and dodge at the right time. My timing still isn't great yet with it. And sometimes it'll spawn like 16 snipers. And then, if they intermingle their attacks or stagger them, you're kind of asset. Well, there's one. And boss from the second map is dead. Annoying thing about him is he can spawn at night and he can make all the night enemies invincible, or he can make the snipers invincible, and then you are stuck spending all your dodges trying to survive the snipers and praying that you kill the totems that he puts down. There's a sniper right there. He's got to go for... Actually, I'm just going to ignore him. You got to die, though, buddy. You got to die. I got to kill that big, tall shaman guy. He puts down the shield, makes everyone invulnerable. Now, what was that? Blackjack sap. Yeah, I think that's more important. I don't have that item yet. It's going to be the first of its kind. It's going to grant me the effect, dealing 100% damage on the initial thing. So it's going to give me a much higher chance to just one-shot people, just like that. Hammer time. So yeah, one of the blackjack sap is great. Multiple, I don't know if it's overkill or not. Depends on your build. There is, I can see that shaman guy right there. You see him? This guy. He makes everyone else invincible. He's got to go. He's just got to go. Tall blue man. Blue man group. We don't like you here. Ooh. Hello. I'm going to get this key. And I'm going to open this. What's it give us? Ooh. A gold crossbow, eh? I still want this, though. The reason why, I'm going to keep my blackjack sap. Crossbow is not really going to be the thing that's giving me all the damage. It's going to be this bow, which has killed this man before he can react. Not going to get the wand. That's tempting, but no. And so what you're seeing what I'm doing is, yes, I have the secondary items as either utility or stat blocks, right? That's what their purpose is for me. I'm not rotating through 1,000 different things, making it all complicated. Nope. Dodging. You gotta go, buddy. I'm also gonna try and line of sight the snipers whenever possible, just to let my brain take a little processing break. Because there's already so much on the screen, there's so much visual noise, you're only able to process so much. Chunky chicken leg. No, I don't want 50 health. Thank you very much. I will take my move speed. Any day. And I gotta start getting some of these chests, because I'm getting a disgusting amount of money. Ooh. Hello. Give me a second to read that. 11% attack speed, 11% movement speed, 11% sprint, 150 cooldown reduction. That's disgusting. And 1 dodge charge. So I'm at 34% cooldown reduction now. Nice, I can now dodge twice. And why is that on my screen 24/7? Oh, it's just doing it. Okay. Just doing it to do it. That's the boss arena right there. I'm gonna shoot a couple dudes. This guy's gotta go. Dodging. Dodging that sniper. I can spin too, buddy. I can spin too. You're not special. Get off of me. Okay, agility. We gotta start popping some of these chests now, spending a little bit of this money. Because if I don't do it, who will? Goodbye, sniper. Thank God I have move speed. Going up these hills is painful because I'm not doing anything. I'm not farming. I'm not being productive. Ah, great. He's got to go. There we go. Just ran straight into him. In a line. Log. There we go. Did it in good time. Let's see. Is there a meat? There isn't. I'm gonna look for big chests. Come on, where's some big chests? Ooh, that's a lot of snipers. Just gotta remember where these chests are at. I have aggroed a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. He's put down... Oh, nothing. Okay. There we go. There we go. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is the moment. Beautiful. Cannot say I am mad about that performance. And really, I was just able to tank everything. It was nothing special by my part. I didn't play very well. I just kind of stood there, took it, and dished it out harder than I took it. Okay, buddy. Stop that. Man, who needs a passive that increases your damage when you hit consecutive shots, when you shoot 5,000 times a second? More cooldown reduction. Absolutely. And I was a little bit, I gave a bit of wrong information earlier. The cooldown reduction pants, they're not underwear first off, they are pants apparently. They give 50 cooldown reduction as a stat, not 50%. It doesn't work like that. It's still ridiculous. More crit chance. Beautiful. People are going to spawn here. Sure. Give me that. Ooh. Yeah, I want that. Absolutely. Treasure Strike. What's that do? That's going to give me money on attack. Hit. More attack speed? Yes. Potentially 40% attack speed there if I kill enough enemies, which I might. I told you my attack speed would only get more ridiculous, and I was not lying. I could actually probably just punch the boss to death. And my move speed is kind of disgusting. There is a gun there. I think the gun is the worst gun in the game, though, so I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Why do I think it's terrible? It scales with everything, right? I mean, what's the point? It gives me chain lightning, though. I actually do really want that. I am definitely touching that with a 10-foot pole. It's manual. It doesn't scale with your attack speed. We are gonna line of sight these boys. Why am I not throwing my log? There we go. It doesn't really scale with your attack speed. Because it doesn't go faster the more you shoot. You can shoot it as fast as your fingers can shoot. But it's just, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Doesn't really have good AoE damage. Can't shoot through a crowd like the bow can. Like, I'd have to manually click to shoot every single one of those. And with this bow, I can just kind of hold down my mouse and then everything dies. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing I'm too crazy about. Let's just go get more stats. It's so nice to have 2 dodges. kill. Heal on kill. Any crazy items on this one? Nope. Yeah, there are some weapons with disgusting items on them that you will absolutely want to take, even if you're not planning on equipping that weapon, just to make sure that you get those items. Which is what I'm doing with the gun, because it gives me 2 more of these chain lightnings. And each gives me plus 5% chance, but it gives me plus 2 enemies to hit, so I'm doing it to an extra 4 enemies. And you're dead. Okay. I have all the time in the world to get no loot because I feel like I've killed half the things on this map. I just passed something that I actually think I should show you guys. It's that barrel. It's going to be to the south of me. And let me show you. This barrel right here has got a lot of the purple currency. Not to mention it's very fun to blow up. That sniper just shot me there, and I know it was very hard to hear. At least it was for me. I could probably do the boss here. I only have 900 HP, but does it matter? Not really. Colby! Alright, someone's gotta die. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Yep. Snipers be darned. You think you'll come mess with me? Oh, there are stat points on the map. Ooh, I was blind, but now I see. Another 7% crit damage, which is essentially just saying I have an 8% damage increase every time I get one of those red ones. Kobe! I probably just stunned myself. Nope. Can't see a thing. Doesn't matter. Something is shooting me. Another treasure strike. Even more money. These sniper towers are very scary because they can have just purely snipers on them, and if you aggro them and you're not ready to kill all the snipers, they will murder you in a heartbeat. Okay. Got 6 grand to spend. Anything in here I would want? Attack speed that's not going to be useful. I can get this, though. Ow. Nice. Okay. I think we're pretty good to go here. No, I'm not going to do that. 5% chance for crit chance for all that other jazz? Absolutely not. Ooh. Creatine though. Be a creatine magical hydrate, bro. Hell yeah, brother. A little bunny hop there, preserve my momentum, get straight to the boss. And I'm probably just gonna phase tank him again because I'm so strong. Colby! You are legally required to say Kobe whenever you do the hammer. Colby! Just gonna ping him so I can see the guy, given damage debuff, and just shoot him. And he's less than half HP. Hold on, I'm busy taking my hand off the keyboard. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Wow, that was hard. Like, are you picking up what I'm putting down with, like, this strategy? Like, you just gotta hard farm, and then you just gotta win. Whee! I'm actually greedy, so I'm gonna go find a big chest. No! Where was that big chest? I saw one, I swear. Ooh, hold on. That's a sniper at night. I'm not a fan of that. There we go. I can't tell you how many times those snipers have killed me at night. And I still messed up the timing. Oof. I'm just gonna leave and do the final boss. Ah! Easy peasy. 25 attributes collected. 40 power-ups again. I don't even need to do anything. We're gonna select the final showdown for the final boss. Stu, we did it! Me too, Stu. Okay, you ready, Stu? This is gonna be so yummy. Let's drink this together. I'm trying, Stu. Stu, leave some for me, bro. Bro, Stu! Oh my god. Dude, I haven't eaten since yesterday, man. That pisses me off. Pisses me off, Stu! How could you do this to me, Stu? I thought we were bros. Rude. Woo! And we're full HP. You spin my head right round like a record beat. Want to catch these hands, Stu? Ooh, gotta dodge, gotta dodge. I'm gonna punch you to death, Stu. You ready to go, Stu? Come on, bro. Let's go. Catch these hands. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Come on. Come on. Come over here. Come over here. Get out of there. What is that in my arm? Woohoo! Can't touch this. No, no, no. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Quit running away. Where you going? Ah, bruh. Punch, 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 punch. Think I need my weapons? You think I'm trapped in here with you? You're trapped in here with me. Incredible. I've got $23,000 from this. Where are you going? Wow. Wow. Easy clap.